No cuts to Medicaid. Jail and dying in nursing homes.
Y'all, this is insane and needs to be spread around everywhere. Breaking news right here. Democracy in action, full-on civil disobedience as chaos is breaking out at the Rayburn building right now on Capitol Hill. I have a ton of on-the-ground footage coming up for you guys, but essentially what is happening here is protesters are flooding a congressional hearing that they just stopped cold, trying to fight Medicaid cuts. The footage we will see is protesters interrupting the E&C reconciliation markup. I'll go into some specifics on that in a second, what it is, with shouts of no cuts to Medicaid. And as you can see, Capitol police officers are threatening to arrest people, telling them to cease and desist, and there are people in wheelchairs, grandmas, senior citizens here, that they are threatening as if they are January 6th rioters. Folks, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to Really American to get the latest breaking news in support of our democracy, and be sure to drop a comment and help spread the awareness around this so it doesn't get completely bastardized by Fox News and the right-wing propaganda networks. This is what's really going on. This is what you won't see on the mainstream media. So let's get into it. Before we see some actual patriots stand up for what they believe in and what is right, unlike January 6th morons, the House E&C Energy and Commerce Committee today released a hotly anticipated budget reconciliation bill that aims to thread the needle between policymakers who want to see Medicaid funding slashed and those who view steep cuts as a political flashpoint. The committee was tasked with cutting approximately $880 billion in federal outlays, and early estimates from the Congressional Budget Office estimate that the proposals would reduce the deficit by $912 billion between 2025 and 2034. However, the CBO also projects that the impacts on Medicaid would likely lead to 8.6 million people becoming uninsured by 2034. We've already seen a lot of pushback and protest to the cuts that were being made by Elon Musk and Donald Trump's Doge Department of Gaslighting Everyone, and this hearing was clearly just another facade to move in that direction. Before we get to those breaking clips of people protesting, all hell breaking loose at the Capitol, though it does seem very peaceful, as we'll see, here is Senator Chris Murphy, a Democrat from Connecticut, calling out the hypocrisy of all of this cost saving and where it's actually going to on the floor. Take a look at this.
This level of corruption is so gross that even Trump's most hardened MAGA sycophants are turning against him. I didn't think I'd see the day, but people like Ben Shapiro and Laura Loomer, who fawn over Trump, can't believe he is so crass as to think that it's okay to accept planes as a gift in exchange for U.S. national security concessions. This isn't America first. This is not what he promised the American people. This is Trump first. He is willing to put our nation's security at risk, take unconstitutional bribes, just so he can fly himself and his Mar-a-Lago golf buddies around the world in gold-plated luxury planes gifted to him by foreign governments, all while at the same time he tells Americans that they should be okay buying fewer school supplies for their kids or fewer birthday presents for their grandchildren because he's driving prices up for non-billionaires in this country. All while at the same time, he's kicking 13 million people off of their health care. Trump lines his pockets. He corrupts our foreign policy to enrich himself while driving up prices and stealing health care from average Americans. It's a national security disaster, and it's a moral abomination.
And clearly, folks, it is not only Donald Trump or Elon Musk trying to steal Medicare medical coverage from senior citizens, from anyone in the country that's on these programs. It is also his sycophantic Republican MAGA minions. Here is the first of the scenes that just broke at the Rayburn building of protesters stopping the proceedings. Take a look at this. Again, folks, you have people here screaming no cuts to Medicaid, elderly people, disabled people in wheelchairs, and then a Capitol Police officer behind them with a megaphone here saying this is your first warning to cease and desist. You will be arrested. Like, okay, bud. Yeah, that's going to look great. Arrest people in wheelchairs at the Capitol. That's going to go over great for you. I say that sarcastically, but I know that MAGA will find some way to claim that these people are domestic terrorists and still back the people from January 6th. Anyway, just a side thought there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Just kidding, folks. Arm yourselves in the comments because that literally just happened. Look at this. And as I alluded to at the beginning of this video, here is footage, like I just said, of them actually going in and removing people in wheelchairs for screaming. The Capitol Police, look at this.
Cuts to Medicaid. No cuts to Medicaid. Jail than die in a nursing home. I'd rather go to jail than die in a nursing home.
That is just a terrible look. This is so fascist coded, y'all. Here's a back shot. Wrong terminology to use here, but anyway, back shot of the guy shouting at them. Nothing new in this clip, but I do have one more for you. This is more from the outside of protesters from various groups, including Medicare beneficiaries, blocking the entrance to the Energy and Commerce hearing room, chanting "Don't touch Medicaid," and now the Capitol Police have started to swarm them for potential arrest. So we here at Really American will be following this story closely. It is all unfolding right now. Hopefully there will not be arrests, but if there are, you know you can hear about it here. So drop a like, subscribe to support not only us and our resistance of this fascist regime, but these actual true American patriots who are using peaceful protest and civil disobedience in the right way at the Capitol, unlike January 6th insurrectionist, domestic terrorist, white supremacist rioters that Donald Trump and his regime pardoned. I can't believe I have to say this stuff, but again, you guys are watching and we appreciate you. Thank you for getting us to 500,000 resistance strong. We're gunning for 1 million, but MAGA is not watching this channel. And unless we do the due diligence to scream it from the rooftops, to push this out in the YouTube algorithm, to get it on the pages of the people who need to see it, then we're not doing our jobs here. And frankly, we need to do more. So again, thank you. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse. I hope you found this enlightening, and I hope it inspires you to join the resistance and to fight back. We'll be here covering it. I'll see you guys in the next one.